Artist Spotlight Show with your friend Russell K. And again, our show is being brought to you by Blue Shamrock Record Label and Biker Bay Barber and Company and Music Dreams USA Radio. We play everything for everyone. If you're an upcoming aspiring artist, you want to come on the show, we are always looking for upcoming aspiring artists. And this show is all about that. And if you're looking for some exposure, getting your name out there, having people listen to your music, we got you covered. Send those requests to info.musicdreamsusa@gmail.com. On tonight's show, well, she certainly is no stranger. She was with us, I want to say about a year ago. And her name is Susan, and she's an amazing artist. And we're going to talk to her about her brand new album. It's her second album of her career. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about her album. How did it come about? What are some of the highlights of her putting that album together? And, it's been a year, so we'll ask her, what has she been up to lately? This and many more questions we have for her as we roll on with the Artist Spotlight Show with your friend Russell K. And without any further ado delay, Susan, my friend, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Hi, Russell. So lovely to be here on the show and have another chance to talk with you. It's a very special experience. So thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you on the show. And, I know it's been about a year. So what have you been doing for the past year?
Well, it's been just a little bit less than a year, like a little bit less. So sort of 7-8 months, I think. Or maybe eight or 9 months. There we go, getting down to the numbers. I've been very busy being creative and working on both my art and my music and putting the album together, of course. There's a tremendous amount. An album is like a half an hour novel or a 45-minute novel. Like there's so much packed into it and you have to get it exactly right. And you've got to package it all up and do that as beautifully as you know how. And because I'm a visual artist, for me, they are extended moments of perfectionism that can go on for months. So, yeah, there's been a lot of that. I feel very fortunate to have had the chance to do this. It's very exciting to get it out into the world.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about that album. How did it come together? Were there any highlights as you were putting it together? And of the songs on the album, do you have any favorite ones?
Well, they're all my favorites because they're all my song babies. So it's, I'm like the creative mum and they're my 10 children in a sense. That's how I feel, about creativity. But the first one, I've got lots of favorites, but Wild for the Country is definitely a personal favorite of mine because I got that produced in Tasmania with a wonderful producer here called Matt Fell, who's fabulous in the country and the pop music arenas here. And he's a Golden Guitar winner and an ARIA winner. That's our national music awards here in Australia. And that was an amazing experience because his studio is out in the mountains of Tasmania, very close to Cradle Mountain, Mount Roland. He's basically at the foot of Mount Roland. So to create this, I didn't have a lot of time. I was only there for a couple of days. And to take this beautiful song that's all about celebrating the wild in the world and the quality of the wild and the wilderness, and to do that out there at the foot of Mount Roland in some of the most ancient and incredible forest in the world was a very special experience. I felt like the earth was truly blessing both of us as we kind of brought this production together. But also I'm Crossing Every Star, which is the focus track for Darkness Illuminates Our Light. That's very special to me as well because it's, for me, it kind of encapsulates everything we need to be at the moment in the world. It's all about being brave, no matter what kind of potential tragedies or difficulties are thrown your way. I've been a bit cheeky in this song, Russell. It starts Romeo and Juliet were wrong, unhappy endings don't turn me on. What would Shakespeare say if he could see lovers who defied their tragedy? So it's all about facing up to the things that can go wrong in life and following your bliss and your passion anyway, whether that's a person or a thing or something you've got to do or something you want to do. It's all about taking opportunity, by the horns, if you like, and doing it anyway, not letting anything stop you. And I think in 2026, that's what we need. We've got a lot of things to solve in the world, and we've got a lot of problems to grapple with. And I really, really passionately believe that no matter how hard things get, we can all do it and find a way forward.
Yeah, I could agree with you more. I mean, there's so many crazy things going on right now in the world, and music is more important now, I think, than ever before. Not that
Yeah,
music wasn't important before, but because of all the craziness going in the world right now. I mean,
yeah,
people are really leaning more into music to help them get through whatever they're going through. And yeah,
we all need it. Yeah, we need that dose of magic and inspiration in our lives, don't we? That's one of the things that could be the light in the title track of my album, Darkness Illuminates Our Light. So, when you're listening to the songs that you love, right, they lift you up. They take you to places. They literally take you star high, like in terms of how you feel and, elevating your mood. You feel like you can do anything when you listen to your favorite artists and your favorite songs. Like it just fills you with joy, right? Or passion or resolve. It's so important. Every song that you love is a potential revolution.
there you go. What type of feedback are you getting on the album?
I'm getting some lovely feedback from people, really beautiful. People are saying they love the lyrics, they love the melodies and the music. I mean, it's very poetic because that's me. I like to be kind of, I like to use the most beautiful language I can find. And, I hope that I try and put out positive kind of concepts as well, like um, the ideas around true love or losing your way in order to find yourself or being passionate about the beautiful earth that we live on, or a beautiful moment under the moon. So people are responding to that and really loving it, and I'm feeling very grateful about that. And when the songs are performed live too, that's another thing. People are really relating to that. Wild for the Country is a crowd pleaser. So yeah, that's really exciting when you have that sense of connection with an audience over a song. It's amazing.
So, are you already on the road right now performing the new album, or are you
I
in
will
the process?
I will be. I'm in process. I will be very soon. I've just had the digital launch, and I'm looking forward to doing the physical launch in the next couple of months and a little tour here as well. So that's very exciting. I've been doing a bit of live performance and with a friend of mine, Elizabeth Usher, who co-wrote "Wild for the Country" with me, and we've been performing at ukulele festivals and having a bit of a blast doing that. And we've been doing some live gigs as well as part of a lyrical spotlight for some fellow female performers, ladies who lyric. And yes, so we've been getting around a bit and performing through Sydney and down in Melbourne, and it's been the most huge fun. Just love it.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
what's going to be new in 2026 for you?
Well, I
Or
think
besides the album?
I'm really focusing on the live playing, because it's just, it's the best kind of drug, isn't it? Like that connection to the audience. It's just beautiful, and I will really be focusing on that. I've also got some beautiful artworks coming out as well, some digital prints that I'll be launching in a few weeks' time. So that's kind of my merch in a way, Russell. That's yeah. So I'm looking forward to releasing those to the world as well. Some beautiful landscapes and horses and beautiful life drawings as well. So I'm looking forward very much to sharing that with people.
What are some of the challenges that you're facing right now as you continue with your amazing musical career?
Um, I don't think that it's really funny. When I first started out, I had a lot of creative blocks, and I don't have those anymore. I think that's all about being older and wiser, and it's very, very cool, I can tell you. But what I find is an interesting conundrum I have is I can't keep up with it. So I have all these amazing ideas. Well, they're amazing to me. I mean, not everything that you think of is going to be amazing. You have to discard things as well. But I have this queue of creative projects, and I just need to live for 300 years so that I can get them out to the world. And that's fine. If that's what I have to do, that's what I'm going to have to do, Russell.
There you go. I love it.
And eat my veggies, eat more broccoli, and
Oh, now you're making me hungry.
hungry for broccoli. That's great. I've got some chocolate waiting for me on the table. So, are
Oh, now you're making me really hungry.
you a chocolate person, Russell?
Once in a while, I am. It's like I'm like a veggie person. Veggie and chicken and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
nice. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to live for 300 years. So I'll leave you some of the projects to finish. That's what I'll do.
Okay, that's the deal. Because I know you're gonna be on again, so you're gonna be on our show again. So yeah, we'll make that happen for you. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience who are watching now that will be watching later? Is there anything you'd like to share with them?
Yeah, I would. I think, there's that old idea of be kind to each other, but I think we all have to stand together in the world at the moment. I think we need to be united, even as audiences listening to our favorite music and our favorite artists. I think we have to use music to come together and to help each other out, and to stand true and firm for all the things that are good and that matter in the world. I think that finding the light in everything that we do, no matter what's happening, is the most important thing we can do as human beings. And every time we spread that, every one of us is a star, every one of us. Every time we shine that light, we make constellations. I think we make constellations together of hope and inspiration. That's what I would wish for everybody, including myself. So, and you, of course, Russell. You, of course, Russell.
Oh, thanks. Now you make me blush. No, I couldn't agree with you more, though. I mean, as we mentioned earlier in the show, there's just so much craziness going on right now, and I think that unity together and being nice to people, even if you don't know the person, whether it's like open the door for someone,
It's
if it's
so
busy in the
powerful.
traffic, let them in. I mean, do something
Yeah,
nice.
that's what, do you know the traffic? We all relate to that because we're all secret road rages, right? Every single one of us. But you have to calm yourself down, and you have to say, look, after you, you go. Or even if someone yells at you, there's nothing more satisfying than just smiling back at them. Like, it can be a bit disarming. And I think practicing those little good things in life, it really takes the temperature of the population down. If we all did that together, You know, I think we'd be a lot calmer and we'd have a lot more energy left over to solve some of the big problems in the world, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
So
we've
I,
talked about your
you know,
album. Yep.
sorry,
We've talked about your album. We talked about food making me hungry.
broccoli,
So
broccoli.
you've had such an amazing musical career. I mean, from when you started to where you are now. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Are there any specific moments that still stand out to you today? If so, what are they and why are they so special to you as it relates to your musical career?
I've had so many moments, like genuinely. I know people say that, but I really have. Creatively, I didn't start living until the first day I walked into a music studio. I instantly knew that I walked in the door. I'd just been writing lyrics, but I took my lyrics to a wonderful music producer, or two of them really, and they're still very dear friends, Sven Tiedemann and Richie Neville, when they were working here in Sydney. And they'd invited me to come and work with them, and I'd been winning some awards for my lyrics, and I did so. And the minute I walked in, I I was at home, and I was at home because I was in a music studio. It was just the most incredible feeling walking into the vocal booth and singing into a microphone for the first time. Just changed everything for me. I couldn't believe how how beautiful that was. It was just magic to me. It's kind of like that idea of you don't have to be a Christian to appreciate this, but Jesus being born in a manger. And it's exactly the same as that. Like just walking into a room that has no windows, that's all closed off. For people who've never seen a vocal booth, sometimes there's usually a window. You can see through that. But, the studio's a mess. There are 10 million microphones everywhere and chords and leads and, a billion guitars. If you've ever known any producers, they've all got 40 million guitars. And it's just the most beautiful feeling. It's a place of creativity. It's a place of birth. And for me, it was a place of rebirth. And that sense of being in a studio, that's never changed for me. I walk into studios now and I'm at home. It doesn't matter where they are, whether it's in Matt's studio down in Tasmania, or I worked with an amazing producer, Barbara Griffin, who did Ruby Ruby. We just recorded it in her lounge room, and she made her lounge room the studio. Just glorious. And also in Nashville, I went to an amazing studio that was anything but a manger, and it was the same feeling. It was just beautiful, absolutely, absolutely magnificent. I was in the place where I had creative power, and I was sharing that creative space with other people. That's important to me as well, like that sense of camaraderie and being part of a team. And I was working with Bob Britt then in Nashville as well, and he was amazing. He was my producer, and of course he won a Grammy for producing Delbert McClinton's album, and he was an amazing producer as well, and the musicians were incredible. Excuse me. And I'll never forget those moments, from, excuse me, every engineer who's worked on my project, every producer, every musician. Every moment of being with them has just been golden. and
Oh,
beautiful and
that's
perfect.
so cool.
Yeah.
Are there any artists, I mean, any like big time artists that you've met that have been inspiration to you? If so, who are they?
Um, Working with Richie Neville, who's from Five, the boy band in the UK, they've recently just fully reformed. That was amazing because I really learned a lot about singing from him. So I would watch him perform and listen to the vocals that he put down, and that was just incredible. Um, Working with Bob Britt, who is a band member with Bob Dylan now. He's the guitarist for Bob Dylan. And listening to Bob play that guitar while we were co-writing Some Loving Left to Do together, that was just amazing because it's like a magic stick for him. You know, like that idea of, you know, a wizard picking up a wand and waving it. Well, you know, Bob was like that with his guitar, and co-writing that song was incredibly special. It gave me a window onto how songwriting can be so effortless and so easy in the right
Awesome.
hands.
Question
Yeah.
for you. The Artist Spotlight Show. So, Music Dreams USA Radio teams up with a Blue Shamrock record label and Stephen Brady. What type of feedback are we getting in the music industry? Is this a show you feel like it's helping the artist?
Oh, definitely. No question about it. I think any show where you get a chance to talk about your work or talk about the things that you think are important, not just for yourself, but for your audience, because we're all part of a wider network, right? You know, like no artist creates in isolation. No host compares in isolation, right? You know, we're all connected. And that's what this show really does. Like you're in one country, I'm in another. You know, a medium like this helps us not just to connect for a moment, but to stay connected. And I think those connections are more powerful than we know. And yeah, Russell, keep on doing what you're doing. It's amazing. You know, thank you for giving us this chance
Oh
to.
no, you're more than welcome. Internet. I want to talk about internet radio now, as it relates to music. Right?
Yeah, right.
What do you think, and what type of feedback are you getting as internet radio is now becoming bigger and bigger in every aspect, whether it's music, whatever the case is? Internet radio is here, and it's no longer just the
Mhm.
regular AM FM stations now. Now you got internet radio. What is your take on that?
Um, I look, I think anything that's internet connected is destined to explode, right? You know, and I think there are more and more people who are understanding that they can honor their own creativity and their own passion for music by um, launching their own shows, and they can control then who it gets out to, and you know what kind of music people are listening to, and that's an incredibly attractive proposition, you know. And yeah, I think internet the when those shows when internet shows are done in the right way, it takes the power out of corporate hands and puts it into listeners, no question about it. So yeah, I think anything that gets music out there to people, it's going to succeed and gather pace and force for sure.
Awesome. And now, as we get back to you and your amazing musical career, how can we get in contact with you to download that music and maybe reach out to see if you're available for a gig?
Oh yeah, that sounds great. You can go to susanmuranti.com. That's my website. And I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. My handle on Instagram is Susan Muranti. And you can find me at Susan Muranti Music and Art, my Facebook page. And yeah, I'm also on Spotify if you want to just have a, you know, cruisy listen to my songs. And yeah, I'd love to hear from people. Anybody who's interested in getting me to gig for them or whatever, that'd be amazing.
As we wind down our interview this evening, I mean, it's every time we get together with you, we always have a great conversation. And today
Mm.
is definitely not a disappointment for sure. So as we continue with our conversation, as we wind down, any final thoughts?
Yeah, just like keep on playing music, guys. Keep on loving it and dancing to it and using it in your life to bring yourself and the people you love happiness. And yeah, let's all stand together with music keeping us strong beneath our feet. You know, I think what's that old saying? You know, feet in the ground and head in the stars. So yeah, music rocks.
Another question for you. If your
Yes.
gu- if your guitar could speak right now about you as an
Yeah.
artist, what would it say?
Should I show you? I'll show you something. Can you
Oh
just hang
yeah.
on?
Hey, let me tell you, when at the Artist
Nice,
Spotlight show,
nice
expect the
ukulele.
unexpected. Here we go. Oh, I love it. All right, so pretend that guitar is talking to you. All right. So that guitar is talking to you right now. What is it
Yeah,
saying about you as an artist?
it's saying to me as an artist, keep on sparkling, definitely. And turquoise blue is the hottest flame, definitely. It's the name of one of my songs. But as you can see, my hat, my ukulele, my nails, I love blue. And blue is just, it's a beautiful, celestial, gorgeous, inspiring color. So, yeah, has
I love
spiritual
it.
power for me.
I love it. That's a perfect response to the question I asked you.
I've had a moment of perfection, Russell. At last, I've
I
been working
know.
for this all my life.
I can
And
hardly wait for part three with
finally
you.
it's happened. I have literally been perfect for a moment, and then on we go.
I can hardly
Thank you,
wait for part
Russell.
three with you because every time we get together with you, it's always a good time. So
Hey, life's too short for anything else. Hey, you know, like you just got to get in there and have fun, haven't you?
that's right. Well, my friend, thank you so much for taking time out this evening to be with us on the Artist Spotlight Show again, being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio, Bunker Bay Barbarian Company, and also Blue Shamrock Record Label. Speaking of Blue Shamrock Record Label, look at that beautiful guitar. It's the color blue. That's one of my favorite colors, by the way. I didn't even tell Susan that, but blue is my
Oh,
favorite color.
wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now,
And
when you
what's
come
not
in,
to love
and we
about
got to
it?
let the
What's
listeners know, right?
to love
When you come to the Artist Spotlight Show, expect the unexpected.
about it?
All
100%.
right,
Yeah,
my
but you
friends.
have things
All
too,
right. Anything else you
Russell.
want to share before we go?
Yeah, lots of love
Anything
to
on your mind?
everybody
What's on your mind?
out there. Pure love and be happy. Look after each other and think about the things that bring us together and not tear us apart. Eyes to the
Awesome.
light,
Well,
planet. Eyes to the light.
you rock. It was a good
Thank
time
you,
talking
Russell.
to you, my
So
friend,
you.
and continued
Yeah.
success on your amazing musical career. And well, Steven's already looking at his calendar for part three with you. You know that, right? Oh no!
Oh,
Before we
awesome.
go, I
For
got one more
part
question
three.
before we go.
Sorry.
Stephen Brady would be mad if I didn't ask this question.
Okay.
How did you and Stephen Brady get together, and how has he helped you with your musical career?
My lovely friend Sven, who I mentioned before, who's a producer and great friend of mine, said, "Look, you got to look up, you know, Stephen Brady. He's amazing." And so I did. And yeah, Stephen is fabulous. Blue Shamrock music is amazing, just like his beautiful, patient, careful attention to everything, and his love of music. And yeah, he's just Stephen's the most amazing human being. He's terrific. He really believes in his artists and what he's doing. and I think that's that can be a rare quality on the business side of the industry. But Stephen's got that part of things absolutely nailed, and he gets results as well. He's fantastic. He knows how to get music out to the world. And yeah, thank God for Sven and Stephen.
That's right. Great guy. I mean, we love working with him, and our show. Gosh, we've had this show for over 5 years, and probably even more. And
Wow.
that's how long we've known him.
Wow.
And it's always a great time with my friend. He's a great guy, and it's always a good time with him. So, thank you for sharing that. And again, you take care of yourself. Let me see that blue guitar one more time. I need it for good
I
luck.
know. I want to see the blue guitar up on the screen
I
as well.
Go ahead, sing.
Yeah. Blue is its own music, right? Like it's its own separate note.
I love it.
What note would blue be if it was going to be a note? That's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Well, it beats the color of my hat, which is gray.
Right? Well, there's probably a note for that as well.
I know. I feel wear my blue hat when I was traveling to come here and do the show, and I actually was going to wear my blue hat. And because of the time constraints, I had to just pick any hat I can get, and I picked the blue one.
And I want your listeners, your viewers to know as well that I put my hat on because you had your hat on. So
I know, and we gotta let them know that when we did that, right, we're now the official Bonnie and Clyde part. Who knows how many times? But
music, right?
There's Bonnie, exactly, and I'm Clyde, and Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, a good Bonnie and Clyde, positive Bonnie and Clyde.
That's right. Hey, we got to write a song about that, okay? You got to write a song about our hats and that we're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's a great idea. Stay tuned, listeners. Stay tuned.
That's right. All right, my friend. Well, you take care of yourself. Have a great evening. And once again, thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening.
Oh, it's been my absolute pleasure. And my ukulele thanks you as well.
Oh, appreciate it. Blue Shamrock record label, Music Dreams, USA Radio, and Biker Bay Barber and Company, and our friend Susan Morante. What a great time it's always to have her on our show. I promise you, we'll be back with show number 3 with her. And I'm going to guess that show number 3, she's going to have the song ready for us. It's going to be an official song release on show number 3 with Susan Morante right here on the Artist Spotlight Show with your friend Russell K. Again, if you're an upcoming aspiring artist looking to get your name out there, send your request to info.musicdreamsusa@gmail.com or reach out to Stephen Brady or Karen with Biker Bay Barber and Company. And again, this show is all about promoting, uplifting upcoming aspiring artists. And if that's you looking to get your name out there, we can certainly help you. Until next time, friends, we'll see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. showtime right here. And you can see us on our YouTube channel, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all those channels. You can watch our show live, and you're more than welcome to download it and share it with others. We'd love for you to do that. Like to try to get as many people to find out more about the Artist Spotlight Show as we are growing big time. And we're getting ready to take our show on the road. So until next time, it is your friend Russell K. On behalf of Susan and the rest of our team. Thank you so much for watching this evening. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.